the Real Estate U podcast with Lettiann.
Welcome back to season 5 of Real Estate U, our podcast with a twist this season in the kitchen. So welcome to my kitchen, and I would like to welcome back Krista Williams.
Thank you for having me.
Yay, it's so good to see you. Krista is the proprietor of Neatly Done. She's an organizer, and she's given us several amazing tips, tricks, and hacks for organizing certain areas of the home. But today, because we're in the kitchen,
we're talking about
organizing
the kitchen.
Right. But just to get things started, I want to share a recipe with you. Elaine's Sangria. Now, I'm not a Sangria fan. Shout out to my very, very good friend, Elaine Coleman. This is her recipe. It is in my book, Homes That Cook. Available on Amazon.com. Simply search Homes That Cook. I'm not a fan of sangria.
Oh, you're not?
And we were going out on a local lake, and Elaine had made these sangrias. I'm like, no, thank you. She's like, please try them. This is how simple it is. First of all, you want to use a dry red wine.
Looks yummy.
This one happens to be one that I made. It's a Zin. I named Zinfinitely Delicious. So Alex got a bead on that. I made this one in 2016. It is a Zinfandel. I did get the grapes from California. Had someone crush them for me, and we're gonna use this in our sangria. So we're gonna do equal parts of any dry red wine. Any dry red wine you have on hand. I might suggest not using an expensive dry red wine, only because you're mixing it with Simply Orange with mango.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's the twist.
There's the twist. Simply
Okay.
Orange with mango, or any orange juice with mango, equal parts. Now, already in the pitcher, I did have sliced oranges and sliced limes. So we're gonna give that a quick stir. It's very pretty,
Love it.
and it's quite tasty.
It smells really good too.
Yeah, good. So we'll get this organization project started with a little of that.
Love that.
Pop some of that ice in the sink if you don't mind.
Yep. It just goes down the cup.
This is the easiest sangria. It doesn't have a lot of stuff to it. So here we go.
Cheers.
Salud.
Super good.
So we weren't going out on the pontoon. This is like perfect, right?
I know, it's good in here too though.
It's good in here too.
Pontoon, we're here, good.
All right.
Okay.
Lead us on and upward to some organizational things.
Okay, so the first thing I like to talk about with kitchen organization is that you need to always think about how you use your kitchen, right? So a lot of times when people move into a new home, you kind of just unpack boxes and throw them. Like the goal is just like get it out of boxes. But I encourage people to be thoughtful about where you're putting things. So we always talk about how are you going to use your kitchen, and the things that I like to talk about, number one, is where do you prep your food? So in your kitchen, for example, if you're going to prep your food here, then all of these drawers and cabinets underneath should be where you you're holding all your prep items. So think your peeler.
I
your
prep
measuring
over
cups.
here. Not that
You
that
prep-
matters.
Okay,
right.
then
Because I'm
yours would
always
be over
worried
here.
that this isn't clean enough.
Yes. So then you would be over here.
Yeah.
And then I like to say, all right, then what do you do for water and glassware? So if you have a filter on your fridge, a lot of people are going there. So your cups should be near your fridge.
Makes sense.
Some people are not, so that doesn't matter. And then your plates and bowls, those should be near where you're serving. So from like a table. So your plates and bowls, I would suggest would probably go right there. We'll never know. It's a secret
We
if
can
they're
know.
there or not.
Let's check it out.
What are they? Okay, they're there. What's over here? Cups?
You were impressed by that a year ago.
Ooh.
Except there's a minor shuffling because of the podcast. Because
Well, and also it's just not full, which is good.
okay, good.
Good. Room to grow. Okay, then the other thing I like to talk about is whenever one of the most common problems we run into with kitchen organization is too many things. Especially if you've got a smaller kitchen and you don't have a ton of drawer space, then you really need to lean into only keeping what you're using instead of having 4 sets of measuring cups. Maybe you just need 1 or 2. A lot of times we see like 10 spatulas. Maybe you don't need 10. Maybe you need 4. So really thinking about how can you lean into really only keeping in your kitchen the things that you really use, and so it'll maximize your efficiency because you're not digging through drawers to like push aside the 10 things you don't really use to get the one thing that you do use. So that's a tip that we always talk about when we do kitchen organization as well. Another thing, a lot of people have smaller homes and they've got more appliances, pots and pans, servingware than will fit in their cabinets. And so when we come and do a house, we open up the cabinets, look around, and a lot of times things are just like shoved in, right? And it's like, you know, we're worried about like things falling out. So if you've got a smaller space, or if you just really like to collect servingware or gadgets and appliances, we always talk about a great tip is where else in your home can you store those items? And for a lot of our clients here in the Midwest, it's in your basement. So do you have a basement storage area that you have a shelf where you can store servingware that you don't use very often, gadgets that you don't use very often? Like in my own home, I have my Belgian waffle maker downstairs, and I have a big like glass urn that I use to serve drinks out of, like when I entertain, but I don't use those things very often. So instead of taking up space in my cabinets and making them feel cluttered, I put them in the basement.
Very good.
Secondary location.
So
Good to know.
Good time to interject. If you have questions for Krista, where can they reach you?
You can reach us either on any of our social media platforms. We're at Neatly Done KC, so that's our handle on both Facebook and Instagram. You can also reach out and to our website, which is neatlydonekc.com. We've got a lot of information out there about our services, some examples of our work, FAQs, and also there's a contact form that you can fill out if you want to work with us or have an inquiry that you would like us to contact you about.
Beautiful. And I'll just say at this time, if you have questions about the podcast or questions for Krista or myself or maybe something about Sangria, please email us at realestateu with Lettiann at Lettiann.com. Right, sorry, I would fumble with that all the time. So email our questions to us at realestateu with Lettiann at Lettiann.com.
Yes. Okay, so I brought some goodies to share with things that we normally use when we organize kitchens. So the first thing that we use all the time, let's start with these guys. So these are drawer organizers. So they come in a bunch of different shapes and sizes, and I'll let you get a close-up on these guys. So these are acrylic drawer organizers. We love using them. These particular ones are from the Container Store. I really do like this brand if you're looking for a particular brand or product to purchase. They're called the Everything Organizer.
Can I hold one?
Yeah, you can hold one.
These are actually two.
These are
right?
nested, yeah.
Okay.
If you can just pull them out.
Gotcha.
They're great because they're washable. They go with pretty much any kind of decor or design. If you've got dark wood, light wood in your drawers, it's great. And they're a really great price point too. The other thing I like is they have these stickies on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
And so when you put them in your drawer and you're opening and closing the drawer, they're not going to slide around in the drawer. So we love these. We use these for organizing a lot of things. So the first thing we use with them is we actually usually create a custom silverware organization. So we use a bunch of this size. Sorry. Which camera? We use a bunch of this size. It's a 3x9. And the reason why we like to use this versus you can buy a silverware organizer,
right.
But this will save space because it utilizes the vertical height and all your silverware. It just maximizes the space in your drawer versus using the organizer that comes from the store is usually like this wide per slot. And I know that sounds crazy, that an inch and a half will make a difference. But if you have an extra inch for every piece of silverware, that's an extra 5 inches in your drawer that are not being used. So we like to use these to create silverware drawer organizers, and then we also like to use them to organize like your prep drawer. So think your measuring cups, your measuring spoons, your peeler, your potato masher, your can opener, all the things that you use to prep. Love these.
Plus, so easy to clean.
Super easy to clean.
Take the stuff out, rinse it out. It's so hard to clean drawers.
Yes, very easy. These come out washable, very great. And the other tip I have with drawer organizers is sometimes people try to plan exactly how many they need, what size. When we go do a job, we take about 8 to 10 of every single size. Because when you're in your home, it's very difficult to say, this drawer needs exactly this. So that way, it's like Tetris time. Did you play Tetris?
No.
Oh, breaking my heart. Okay, Tetris is like my favorite game ever.
I don't know what that is.
You don't even know what Tetris? Okay. Do you like puzzles?
Is that wrong?
No. It's like Jenga. Do you like puzzles?
I like wine.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
Just kidding.
Okay, so if you're an organizer, you have to like either Tetris or puzzles because we do a lot of that. So we use these, and then you just literally play Tetris in your drawer or puzzles. So what's the best configuration with what you've got? And we use those. So love, love, love drawer organizers. Okay.
I'll set these over here.
Vanna White number 2. All right, so let's also talk about those deep drawers and cabinets. So think in your lower cabinets. So either they are usually drawers or they are cabinets like these that have shelves. So a lot of times we have product or things that we organize down in there that just get lost in the back because they're really deep. So we like to use these deep bins. So these are. Yeah, these are 16 inches deep. You really are not going to find a bin that is any deeper than this. Like, they do not sell. People are always like, well, my cabinet is 24 inches deep. I'm like, yes, I know, but they don't sell a bin that's 24 inches deep. It just doesn't exist. So what you can do is put stuff in the very back that you just don't use very often. They don't exist. Don't waste your time, people. I'm here to tell you.
Does it have the no scoot
don't waste
on
your
it?
time.
So,
this does not have the no scoot on it, but you want these to scoot because generally you're putting these in your lower cabinets and you're pulling them out and they act like a drawer almost.
Gotcha.
So whatever's in the very back of your cabinet then becomes suddenly accessible because you can pull it out and see what's in there.
I love it.
So love these. Also really.
I do too.
You do too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you want to keep them? Okay, it's my gift to you.
Oh, thank you. No. No, these are great. And I love that it's clear.
Yeah,
and,
it's clear and they're super durable, again, washable. These you can buy a lot of different places. We typically buy these from Amazon because they have a better price than the Container Store. And also, like all things in the pandemic lately, it's been difficult to get supplies, but Amazon has had a really good supply. So
if someone were to go on Amazon to look for these, what are they asking for?
they should search the product. The brand name is M Design.
M
Like the letter M.
Okay, M Design.
M Design and a deep acrylic bin.
Okay.
Because they call this deep. Most of the bins.
These are nice and thick too.
Yeah,
like
they're great.
not the chintzy.
No, they're not cheap. They're going to last you forever. And
Love the handles too.
yeah, super great. Love these. A favorite. Okay. Third favorite that we use in almost all of them is this lovely guy. This is our turntables. We use these all the time. So imagine on here your spices. Imagine on here your oils and vinegars. We love putting these in upper cabinets and even in pantries to put anything that is not homogeneous is the best word. So it's not all the same. So it's like you don't want to have to pull down your entire bin to get the one spice. You just want to spin it and
So
find
different
the thing you
heights,
want.
different this, you'll know that's the vinegar, oh,
Right.
that's the honey.
Yep, pull it
Okay.
right off. It just makes sure things on your upper cabinets a lot more accessible and just a lot easier to reach into. So we love these. These are bamboo. They're great. This one is 10.5 inches wide. They come, so whenever you are deciding what to purchase, always measure your cabinets first.
Right, because some are 10, some are 10 and a half.
Some are even 14. We've been in cabinets that have really deep upper cabinets, and you can fit a larger Lazy Susan than this one to maximize the space. So
Look at that's pretty quality too.
Yeah,
Just checking
it's
out the
great.
back.
it's
Yeah,
really
that's
great. I love these. And I think this retails for about $10, either Amazon or Container Store.
And it's
They-
attractive.
Yeah, it's very
not
attractive.
the plastic
Nope.
white stuff
Right.
that inevitably gets stained.
Exactly. And it's sustainable material, bamboo, so always love when we can do that. So Lazy Susan, good.
Awesome.
Okay. All right, a few more goodies. Okay, this is a fan favorite. Okay, this lovely guy looks like just an acrylic bin, but these are actually adhesive strips. So like a command strip. So we use these on the back of a door.
Okay.
A lot. So a lot of times we use these under the sink, on your drawer under the sink. And we'll put like brushes in here.
Because
We'll
it's
put-
narrow enough maybe
it's
to
narrow
not
enough to
knocking
close.
things over.
It won't knock anything over.
Okay.
And a lot of times
Like
under
that.
the sink is tricky because there's like pipes and plumbing and
Right.
garbage disposals and all that stuff. So you have to get creative on how you store things. But like another good thing is you can decant your dishwasher pods and put those in here too. So you don't have the big bulky thing underneath your sink. You've just got them in here.
Watch out for children, though.
Yes, if you have kids and you decant those, you need to put a lock on the door.
Totally.
For sure.
Just
Yes.
Thinking
Thank
that
you.
through.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
Yeah.
safety warning. I love it.
yeah.
Okay.
We've got just 5 minutes left.
Just 5 minutes left.
What is this? Looks like an
Ooh.
art tool.
It's not. Watch this. Doo-doo. It's spring-loaded. So it's a divider that you put in your drawer that will custom fit the depth of your drawer.
I love it.
Yep. So a lot of times we put these in drawers and we put stove cooking utensils. We divide them with them.
I know we can't see this, but just you see
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Exactly. So it just creates, instead of having a big giant drawer, it creates sections in your drawer.
I
so that
love it.
things don't roll around. So it's another way, it's kind of like those drawer organizers. Those drawer organizers are great for individual little things, but if you have like long ladles and spoons and spatulas, These are great.
In a drawer, and that's drawer heights. I mean, is that so it fits in?
Yep.
You can do deep drawer,
So they even make one that is a little bit taller that
Okay.
could go in a deeper drawer.
So let me just say, if you're custom building a home and you do custom cabinets, which are great, but if you start modifying those custom cabinets,
Yes.
that's pricey.
Very pricey.
What's this go for?
$7.
What?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, you can buy usually on Amazon, they sell 4 of these for about $30.
That's great.
So it's really great.
Wow.
It's a good price.
Love it.
Yeah, love that.
We've got about 3 minutes left.
Okay, last one. Do you know what this is?
For LP records.
Nope. I mean, you could.
Okay.
This has so many uses. It's a vertical organizer. It's $4. And we like using these. A lot of times we come into kitchens and they don't have slots for baking pans or sheet pans, cookie sheets, cutting boards.
Right. Where would you put this though?
You put this in a cabinet so that you can stand them upright. So instead of, a lot of times people stack their cookie sheets and baking sheets this way.
Right.
And then you have to undo the stack to get the one you want.
Yes.
This way you just stack them. It's like a file.
Is this a standard size?
Yes, it is a standard size. Yes, it would go in there. See, look at that.
Yes, it
really
will
would.
go in there.
Yes, it will. You're like, I'm just gonna put it in there.
No.
And then
Oh, that's
also,
amazing. That's a
remember
great
too,
idea.
yes, so these, and then remember you can move the shelves in your cabinets a lot of times to accommodate then those things standing up. So always think, where can you move shelves?
So sheet pans, quickly, what else would you said you use this for a lot of
Sheet
stuff.
pans, I even use it for Pyrex, like your baking pans.
Oh, yeah.
And they sell these, this is just one version. They sell these that are adjustable, so you can adjust it to the width of whatever you're storing in there.
So your glass baking pans
Yes.
just sit upright, you just grab it, you're not
Right.
unstacking.
Right, they don't chip, they don't make all the noise and clang. I mean, I don't know about you, I just like clanging things. I'm like, I just don't like banging around the kitchen.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah, so it's pretty great.
Krista, this is fabulous.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much. Krista
No
Williams,
problem.
Neatly Done, neatlydonekc.com. Neatly Done is her business name, but Instagram is Neatly Done KC.
KC, yes.
And follow her. And if you have any questions or need any information about her business or organizing, please reach out to Krista.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Of course, thanks for having me.
We thank you for following us and watching our podcast episodes, especially season 5 in the kitchen. See you on the next one.
The Real Estate U podcast with Lettiann.